Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you guys two kinds of easy baklava recipe. Later on in the new year, I will share a couple of more different variations of baklava that we make. Some with clotted cream, some with ricotta cheese, and some with different nuts. But today I wanted to share with you guys that is these triangles and some of these like cigar kind of baklava. It is so good. It smells so good in here. If you want to see how I make it, please keep on watching. Okay, so for the ingredient, we have two parts for this recipe, the actual baklava part and the simple syrup part. So for the simple syrup, which it will go in our pot in a minute, you're gonna need sugar, water, lemon juice, some orange blossom, and rose water. So that's for the simple syrup. For the baklava, you're gonna need Filo Dough, and it does not matter what brand of Filo Dough you have. You're gonna need a box. I'm doubling my recipe because I'm doing two kinds, so you just need one if you're gonna do one kind. You're gonna need melted butter, and I have a mixture of some nuts that I chopped. I have walnuts here, I have almonds, I have cashew. Just make sure they're all raw. And you're gonna need some sugar to mix in with the filling, and cinnamon. So that's about it for the ingredient. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with our sugar syrup because it has to cool down. So I'm making 4 cups of sugar, but this is because I'm making 2 packs of Filo. So if you're gonna make just 1 pack, you're gonna need 2 cups of sugar. For each 2 cups of sugar, you're gonna need 1 cup of water. So I have double the amount here. And I'm gonna just give this a little stir. And you wanna make sure there is no sugar on the corners because they will burn. Okay, so to this I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And this is gonna go on our stove. Once it comes to a boil, then I'm gonna add the rose water and the orange blossom. So while the syrup is boiling, I'm gonna mix my nuts. So again, it's up to you what kind of nuts you put in here. I just have 3 different kinds of nuts here that I chopped, and just gonna give that a mix. I'm gonna add some sugar, and I'm just gonna eyeball it. This is about a cup, but I'm not gonna need that whole thing. I just need a little bit, about a half a cup. I have about 4 cups of nuts here. And to this, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of cinnamon. And then give that a mix. It already smells so good. So that's your filling. I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, so the sugar syrup is boiling now. So it's been boiling for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna add my rose water. This is orange blossom, actually. And my rose water. Oh, I wish you guys can smell this. Okay, once it comes back to a boil, I'm gonna shut it off. And this is gonna have to be cooled down completely before we put it on the hot baklava. So I'm gonna shut this off and let it cool down. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Filo Dough, and they're still all stacked up together. Take my butter tray. I'm gonna place it right on top of my Filo Dough and kind of see how big the tray is. So I'm gonna go right here and cut it. So I have cut my Filo Dough. I'm gonna pull it back on the side. Bring my tray. So I'm gonna take one sheet and lay it in here. Cover the rest, just lightly drizzled with butter. Take another one. And put it on top. So starting now, every 2 layers I'm gonna butter. So I'm gonna take this. This. Cover that. This just will ensure that you have nice and crispy layers. Gonna do another 2. And make sure you do the corners too. Okay, so I have, this is the 7th layer. And I'm gonna put one more. So far I have 8 layers here. Putting butter again. So now I'm gonna take the other side of my filo that I cut, this side, and I'm gonna use this as a filler. So I'm gonna take each one, crumble it like that, and throw it in there. And that's gonna give us volume. So I'm gonna put a little more butter. Peppy's trying to reach in. I'm gonna take one of my layers, put it on top. Put a little more butter. And then I'm gonna put my mixture in. Okay, just spread it around. Take another layer, put it on top. And you can just stack up the rest of your filo dough on top of each other now at this point and butter every other layer. But I like to put a little more nuts on mine. So I'm gonna just do that. Just a thin layer. And make sure every bite is gonna have nuts in it. Okay, drizzle with some butter. And then we're gonna put the last few layers. Spread it out. Then I have my last layer. Sorry guys. And butter. And this time make sure you go all around the corners, pushing them in with your brush. And my oven has been preheating at 375. So we're gonna pop this in for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or until it's golden brown. First I'm gonna cut it. And just gonna, and make sure you go all the way down. Yes, Peppy. Okay, so I cut it like that, and now I'm gonna cut like a little triangles. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this tray, and then I'll come and show you before I pop it in the oven. Okay, so I cut all my baklava in triangle shape. So you got a lot of baklava here. And I'm gonna pop this, as I said, in my 375-degree preheated oven for about 40 minutes. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Once it gets golden brown, I'm gonna take it out, and while it's still hot, I'm gonna pour the cold syrup on it. So I'll be back to show you how I do. So now for the other type of baklava that I'm gonna make today. So my Filo sheets are under the damp cloth again. And what you're gonna do is take 2 sheets at a time and cover the rest. And I have my pan ready here. And for this one, you're gonna need, I got this at Home Depot. It's thin dowel. You can get like the long one and they cut it for you. So I'm gonna butter my first layer. Just randomly put your melted butter. Gonna put my second layer on top. Again, generously butter this. I'm gonna turn this around so you can see. I'm going to take my dowel, place it about an inch away from the corner. I'm going to take my filling and just spread it right along the dowel, and don't go too much into the corners, because once you start rolling, they go out. So you're gonna take your Filo Dough and put it over here and just roll it with your dowel inside. Just keep rolling it. And then at the corner, I'm gonna put some butter right here while I'm rolling. Some more on the top. And I'm gonna take the two sides of my Filo Dough and scrunch it up. And then you pull your dowel out and you bring your tray and you're left with this. So I'm gonna make one more. Again, take your Filo Dough. Maybe I'll bring you a little bag so you can see the first layer. We're gonna very lightly butter it. And this is not a diet food, you guys. Take the second sheet, lay it right on top. So the second sheet, you want to generously butter it. Put your dowel and your filling. Take the two ends and roll it. Once you come halfway, start buttering. Again. Okay, gonna take it, scrunch it up like that, and pull it out. And we will place that in our tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue doing that. Okay, I just took my baklava out and look how nice golden color it is. While it's still piping hot, I'm gonna pour my cool syrup. And you're gonna hear a sizzling sound, which is what we want. So just go around all the crevices. I wish you guys are here to smell this. You have to make sure that your syrup is cold, otherwise you get soggy baklava. So there you have it. It's gonna soak in. I don't put too much syrup because I don't want it overly sweet, but it's gonna soak in the little syrup that I put in. Okay, so I just took these ones out of the oven. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pour the cold syrup on it. And then I just have chopped pistachios. I'm gonna just sprinkle on top. So that was it for this baklava recipe. If you like this video, please give me thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys.